How did Venezuela change under the Bolivarian Revolution? Have you ever wondered how a country can transform its social fabric and economy in a relatively short time? The Bolivarian Revolution in Venezuela, led by Hugo Chávez, is a fascinating example. This movement aimed to create a socialist state through a series of reforms and policies. Let's break down how Venezuela changed during this period. One of the main goals of the Bolivarian Revolution was to implement socialist ideals. The government increased control over vital sectors, especially oil, which was seen as the driving force of the revolution. By nationalizing key industries, the aim was to ensure that resources benefited the entire population rather than just a wealthy few. Chávez's administration focused on redistributing wealth. The government used oil revenues to fund social programs known as misiones. These initiatives aimed to improve education, health care, and food availability for the poor. As a result, the government sought to reduce income inequality and enhance living standards for many Venezuelans. Another significant aspect was the push for participatory democracy. The Bolivarian Revolution encouraged community involvement through communal councils and collectives. This approach aimed to empower ordinary citizens and give them a greater say in governance. In terms of practical outcomes, the revolution initially led to notable improvements in social indicators. Literacy rates rose, income per capita increased, and unemployment rates fell. Between 1999 and 2011, Venezuela's Gini coefficient, which measures income inequality, improved significantly, making it one of the most equitable countries in Latin America at that time. Poverty levels also saw a dramatic decrease. In 2003, around 61% of the population lived in poverty. By 2013, this number had dropped to 34%. This change was largely due to the extensive social programs and investments in education and health care. However, the Venezuelan economy faced significant challenges. The country became heavily reliant on oil exports, making it vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Additionally, the government's policies sometimes led to economic mismanagement, resulting in inflation and shortages of essential goods. From a socialist viewpoint, the Bolivarian Revolution represented an effort to create a more equitable society by challenging traditional capitalist structures. The focus on state control, social welfare, and participatory democracy aligned with socialist ideals of redistributing wealth and empowering the working class. Critics, however, argue that the reliance on a single resource and authoritarian tendencies undermined long-term sustainability and democratic principles. In summary, the Bolivarian Revolution in Venezuela was a complex mix of socialist ideals and practical challenges. While it achieved significant social improvements, it also faced economic difficulties that impacted the country's stability. Understanding this transformation provides a unique perspective on contemporary applications of socialism and its case studies around the world.